Welcome to today's podcast, where we're diving deep into a concept that resonates with every single one of us. Fear is temporary, regret is forever. Imagine this. You're standing on the edge of a cliff, about to jump into the unknown. Your heart's pounding, palms sweating, doubts swirling around in your mind. You start thinking about all the things that could go wrong. That's fear. It's loud, it's in your face, and it demands your attention. Now, think about a different moment, years later, when you look back and say to yourself, "What if I had just taken that leap?" That's regret, and it lingers quietly in your soul, whispering what could have been. Let me ask you a question. What do you fear more, the pain of failing or the pain of never knowing what you could have achieved? Because the truth is, fear is nothing but a temporary state. It's a momentary feeling, like a passing thunderstorm. But regret? Regret is a scar that sticks with you for a lifetime. 1. Fear is part of our survival mechanism. Fear isn't a bad thing. It's actually a fundamental part of being human. It's wired into us to keep us safe, to make us think twice before taking risks. When we were cavemen, fear kept us from walking too close to the edge of a cliff or getting eaten by predators. But here's the kicker. We're no longer running from lions. Our fears today are often imagined, self-imposed limitations that stop us from achieving greatness. We fear failure, rejection, looking foolish, or even success itself. We fear stepping out of our comfort zone because that means leaving behind what's familiar. But let me tell you this. Everything you want, everything you dream of, everything you're meant to be lies on the other side of that fear. 2. Regret is a thief of joy. Regret is the cruelest thief. It sneaks into your life, not when you're making decisions, but long after the opportunities have passed. It steals your peace of mind and eats away at your soul bit by bit. Regret isn't about what happened. It's about what didn't happen. It's not about the chances you took. It's about the ones you didn't. Think about it. How many people at the end of their lives say they regret the chances they took, the risks they went for? Almost none. Instead, they regret not taking those chances, not following their dreams, not saying yes when they could have. They wish they had been braver, more daring, and less worried about the outcome. 3. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. There's an old saying, you either suffer the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline is temporary. It's waking up early, pushing through challenges, doing the uncomfortable work. It's choosing to face your fears and doing what you need to do despite the discomfort. Fear is a short-lived, fleeting moment of pain. It's a second of doubt, a minute of anxiety, an hour of self-questioning. But regret is a lifetime of wondering what if. It's an endless loop of replaying that one moment when you could have chosen differently. When you let fear decide your actions, you may be comfortable today, but you're giving your future self a burden to carry. And that burden is far heavier than the temporary discomfort of fear. 4. Overcoming fear. It's a habit, not a miracle. The good news is you can overcome fear. It's not a miracle that happens overnight. It's a habit that you build day by day. Start small. Push yourself just a little outside your comfort zone every day. Take risks, embrace failures, learn from them, and grow. Each step you take beyond your fear, no matter how small, builds your confidence and turns the unknown into the known. You see, confidence doesn't come from being unafraid. It comes from knowing that even when you're afraid, you can still act. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. And with each step you take, you prove to yourself that fear is just a shadow. It's not real. It's only as powerful as you allow it to be. 5. Regret is a bitter lesson. When we talk about regret, we're talking about the things we didn't do, the moments we let pass by, the opportunities we didn't seize. Regret teaches us one of the harshest lessons in life, that the pain of not trying is far worse than the pain of failing. And here's what makes it even tougher. You can't go back. Time moves forward, and once it's gone, it's gone. Regret doesn't just sit quietly in the background, it haunts you. It makes you question your worth, your choices, your potential. It's the voice that tells you that you missed your shot, that you could have done something extraordinary but chose to play it safe. And the worst part is, regret is silent. It doesn't shout like fear, it whispers. It doesn't demand your attention. It eats away at your spirit slowly, over time. 6. Turning fear into fuel. Now, what if you could turn that fear into fuel? What if instead of letting it paralyze you, you used it to propel yourself forward? Let's be real, you will feel fear. It's not going away. But you can control what you do with it. You can let it chain you to the ground, or you can let it drive you to soar higher. Every time you face your fear and take action, you weaken its hold on you. You transform fear into courage, hesitation into momentum, and doubt into faith. When you make fear your ally, when you use it as a sign that you're on the edge of something great, you take control of your life. You choose to live boldly, without regret. 7. Life is too short for regrets. At the end of the day, life is too short to let fear dictate your actions. It's too short to live with the weight of "what if" on your shoulders. Think about all the dreams you've put on hold because of fear. All the adventures you didn't take, the love you didn't express, the talents you didn't explore, all because you were afraid. Let today be the day you say enough. Enough of living in fear. Enough of letting doubt and worry control your decisions. Decide now that you'd rather face temporary discomfort than a lifetime of wondering what could have been. Remember this. Fear is temporary, but regret is forever. Let those words sink in. Let them be your guide when you're at the crossroads of decision-making. When you feel that tightness in your chest, that hesitation creeping in, remember that fear is just a visitor passing through. But regret? Regret is a permanent resident if you let it be. So, my challenge to you today is simple. Take the risk. Make the leap. Say yes to the things that scare you. Let the fear come and let it go. Face it head on, knowing that no matter the outcome, you'll have gained something far greater than comfort. You'll have gained experience, courage, and a life with fewer regrets. And remember, every great story you've ever heard started with a moment of fear. But the stories that inspire us, that move us, that we remember, they're always about those who didn't let that fear stop them. They're about those who chose to live without regret. Until next time, keep pushing your boundaries, keep taking those risks, and remember, fear may be temporary, but regret lasts forever.